Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the July reading for my Gemini collective. Keep in mind, Gemini, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could play out at any point in time throughout the month of July. This reading may or may not be for you, so I do ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate, leave behind the rest. Also, keep in mind, energies can be swapped around, Gemini. I could be speaking directly to you or to a cross-watcher, so keep that in mind. Swap around the energies to make yourself fit, but do not cram yourself into a reading that is not meant for you. Before jumping in with the cards, Gemini, I do want to talk about some of the energies that did come through in meditation. I think you've taken on more than you can handle, Gemini. Have you taken on more than you can handle? Because I think... it feels like you're doing the best that you can, and July is going to be a month filled with all kinds of opportunities for you to climb up the career ladder and to take on more responsibilities. So you might have to choose, I think, a choice between two different kinds of loves too. I kept being shown the Lovers card, so maybe you're stepping into a new unusual partnership that's going to be presented. I think you're going to have to be careful of signing any new contracts at this time, Gemini, but do get ready to address an emotional issue as you prepare to step into a brand new life. I think it's a time to connect with somebody on a deep, intimate level and to make your feelings known. I think there's some repressed feelings coming to the surface, and you are encouraged to not shy away from digging a little bit deeper when it comes to releasing surface level relationships. No more surface level relationships. You're far from shallow now, Gemini. And so I think there is a need for you to allow some time for self-reflection before this new opportunity can be replenished. And I feel there really is no quick fix to any issues that are coming up to be addressed. So you might want to slow down because it's feeling like it's in overdrive when it comes to some domestic issues that you need to discuss when it comes to something that has become stagnant. Okay, let's jump in with the cards, Gemini. I have pre-shuffled all of my decks. We are going to start off with the tea leaf deck. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I think get ready to be tempted. Temptation is coming your way and you will be tested. And I think there's going to be a lot of passion when it comes to this temptation, but you are going to want to be careful of playing into pride and ego. I think it's definitely time to pay attention to your work. And I feel you are stepping into recognition for your work. So I think definitely an ending. There is going to be some heartache over something that you need to release. But this is definitely going to be some big, big changes. Things will not always be this way. There is some change for the better. So let's see what else the tea leaf deck has to say. I think you've been worrying over nothing. There is definitely somebody at a distance that is thinking of you, or that you've been thinking about, and I think this this distant friend is going to bring forward an opportunity for maybe a windfall or an abundance of some sort, but you're going to have to get out of this muddled thinking. You're going to have to release whatever's been causing you confusion, this unclear thinking. And I feel, yeah, definitely a marriage is in focus, or maybe closing out a marriage of some sort. I'm not sure. But definitely some temptation. You're going to be tempted and you're going to want to pay attention, because I feel whatever's trying to tempt you, it's there to test you. And I think you're going to want to be aware of some pride and some ego. I think you've been stressed, you've been worried, maybe about somebody from a distance, and there is news on the way. Get ready to receive a message from somebody far away, or somebody where you feel like you've been at an energetic distance. I think there's definitely going to be some unsettling times. There is a need to plan ahead, and I think everything is going to be working out in your favor, likely around the full moon in August, which would be a full moon in Aquarius. So I think you got some hard work ahead here, Gemini, and I do think a marriage is coming up to be addressed. And maybe you're moving on from this marriage. Maybe you're moving on from a long-standing commitment. Somebody here is packing up and relocating, because it's time to embrace these big, big changes. Big, big changes are on the horizon for my Gemini collective. So this could be for any major Gemini placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but definitely compassion is going to be needed as I think you close out a major cycle. So Let's see what else the Illumination Oracle deck has in store for you, Gemini. Marriage came out again. So either you're thinking of ending a marriage or you're thinking of actually committing to somebody, a higher level of commitment. And I feel this withholding energy. Maybe you are in an unhealthy dynamic with somebody now that you're currently committed to. And I think you're being asked to pay attention to the details, to read between the lines, because I think somebody's been hiding the truth. And there's going to be a major revelation that is going to get somebody to pack up and relocate. Somebody's moving on. Moving on, because the mask is falling off. Somebody was under the veil of illusion. Some truth is being revealed, and whoever's been withholding the truth, wearing a mask, lying, being secretive, playing into some addictive, unhealthy patterns, there's going to be a revelation. Do get ready to receive a message. Whether this is somebody wanting to offer you commitment, but there's going to be a fresh start around the corner. And I think if children have been in the mix, you got nothing to worry about. I think you're ready to move on from something that's really not yielded any growth, that's created all kinds of confusion, and maybe somebody's going to tempt you to stay stuck in an unhealthy pattern within a commitment. But you can't keep withholding. There needs to be a release, because some truth is going to be revealed, and I think maybe receiving a message, a long-awaited message that will allow you to move forward. So let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot. Yeah, you're walking away. I'm done with the drama. I'm done with the chaos. I'm done with the conflict. Somebody is definitely trying to get you to lower your standards. You're not going to want to give up. You're going to want to stand up for yourself. You're going to want to stand up for what it is you believe in, because somebody's trying to cause you all kinds of conflict, and you are encouraged to walk away from the drama. You're definitely moving on from a situation that has brought you a lot of emotional dissatisfaction, Gemini. I think you want more from life than what you've been currently experiencing, and you're on a spiritual journey. And maybe your person isn't on a spiritual journey with you, but I feel you're choosing to make some big life changes, and maybe you are leaving a home life behind, leaving a family life behind, a commitment behind, because there's somebody at a distance that I think you've been thinking about, and you're ready to stand up for what it is that you believe in. Do not back down. You will be challenged. You will be tempted, Gemini, and you are encouraged to choose your battles wisely and walk away. Walk away from the drama. Walk away from the drama. Yeah, definitely a marriage coming to a close. The ending of a commitment. There's no unity there. It's not a spiritually minded connection. And I think you've been praying to the divine for answers, and answers are coming in order to get you to break free from a very unhealthy relationship or commitment of some sort. An ending, a divorce proceeding for sure. And I think work, you're focused on work. So I think you're planning ahead. And I think whatever work you've got going on here, it likely will bring forward a lot of abundance. So let's see what we got here. The Hermit reversed. The Queen of Wands, the Six of Swords reversed, the King of Swords reversed, Three of Pentacles reversed. Within 3 days or 3 weeks, something is coming to an end here. There's no more working together. Maybe there is another person here. We got a masculine here that is very disconnected in the heart space, very discontent in this situation. Two people definitely not on the same page at all. And it's kind of time to review your life in its entirety. It is time to move in a new direction. It's time to make that final judgment call. A decision is going to be made. And somebody is trying to gather their strength, I feel, to find their personal power to assert themselves. Realizing that you've always had the strength to maybe break free and be independent. So you could be dealing with a Virgo. The Hermit reverse could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. You could have fire in your chart, but there's been resistance to relocation. I think it's time to relocate, and somebody's been struggling, maybe going through a period of depression, dark night of the soul. Definitely somebody needs peace in their life. There's no peace. There's all kinds of conflicting challenges here. Somebody's having a hard time finding their way through a very challenging situation where somebody has not been communicating clearly. There is deception here. There is lies here. You could be dealing with a narcissist. The King of Swords reversed, the King of Cups reversed. This person is not trustworthy. They are not honorable. They are not truthful. They are not devoted. There's a lack of impartiality here. There's a need to remain objective. Somebody's not speaking to you. They are emotionally unavailable. There's no love here. I see a Queen of Cups here that's got some love to give, but I think she's done giving it out. I think you're tired of giving, and not getting anything back in this situation. There is a lack of balance. Somebody has some hidden motivations. I feel somebody is definitely very disconnected, and I feel very untrustworthy. There's no more working together. There's no more working together. There's no harmony. There's no unity. I feel, and this maybe has affected the quality of your work when it comes to your work. And that is also why you need to pay attention to your work. So I feel there's a new creative endeavor trying to come in, and you've got a lot of love. You've got a lot of compassion. You're receiving psychic insights. And I think you're done self-sacrificing. It's time for you to take care of yourself. I think you've been pouring into everybody else's cup, not been pouring into your own, and you're like covering up that cup. I'm done. I'm giving this love to myself. I got no more love left to give in this situation, and you're looking it dead in the eye. And definitely going to be an unexpected choice in love. The Lovers, Gemini energy. Could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or water sign. But I feel you're ready to embrace true, deep, intimate connection, and you're not getting it where you're at. And I think you've been spending a lot of time going within in meditation, trying to figure out the meaning of this connection, trying to shine light on all of these negative vices in order for you to advance along your self-discovery journey. And I think you're done hiding. You're ready to come out. You're ready to come forward. I think you're brilliant. You're talented. You're ready to embrace independence. You're done with the very controlling, manipulative energy here, and you're ready to make your dreams come true. But there is a need for career and personal life balance, and there has been a lack of balance. And I feel you've got such deep love for family structure that it's prevented you from really listening to your heart, going in a new direction. And I think you've been reviewing the past. You know it's time to head in a new direction. I think this person's been a block when it comes to your life purpose. And you know in your heart of hearts what it is that you need to do. And I think it's kind of time to move on from a situation where neither of you are winning. You both want to win at all costs, and it's going to end up in a huge upheaval. So I think get ready to find your strength to walk away from the situation. So let's take a look at this Six of Swords reversed, because there's resistance here, resistance to relocating. And somebody is moving. Oh my God, we got a King of Wands, a Knight of Pentacles, and transformation reverse. So yeah, resistance to releasing a connection that was based in an old belief system, an old family pattern. And I feel there's resistance to breaking free. You've received a recent revelation, and I think it was an unexpected revelation, and you have been encouraged to make some big life changes, but you're resisting it. Because what's trying to come in is a true match. Somebody that you can work well together, that will be motivational with you, that is inspiring. Maybe the two of you stepping into the spotlight together, public speaking. Keep your eyes on the prize, Gemini, because it's time to communicate that you're done with this over-criticizing situation. Somebody very negative. And I feel there's somebody trying to come in that will be loyal and dedicated, your true match. Your true match, an equal, and I feel it's time to take some action. I feel this is the perfect time to take action, to get going in a new direction, but somebody's trying to tempt you, to hold you back, to stay stuck in a very dissatisfying, unemotionally fulfilling situation. It's time to embrace a new endeavor, because wherever you're at, there's no more working together. And this new connection, it will go the distance. It might take a lot of work, and it might take many years to build this solid foundation, but this will be a secure foundation for you and your family. It will bring you peace and contentment, and it will get you out of this state of prolonged grieving. This will be a very healing love, Gemini, a very healing connection. But you have to look for the blessing in this ending and understand that everything happens for a reason. You got to stop focusing on the negative. Things are not working out in this connection. I think you got somebody new trying to come in, a new lover trying to come in. Maybe something that will start off as friendship, start off slow, but grow into a lot of passion and a foundation that the two of you can build together. But somebody needs to make a choice. Somebody needs to get out of this negative mindset, this overthinking, and somebody needs to forgive themselves. I think you've got nothing left to give in this situation, and it's kind of time to end these challenges, to go towards a very healing connection. Light at the end of the tunnel, but you're going to have to release an illusion, a connection where you've been pretending to be happy, blasting happiness all over social media, but behind closed doors, I think you're absolutely miserable. So I think you are manifesting wish fulfillment, but you got to release the situation that somebody's been clinging to. So let's take a look at this King of Swords reversed, King of Cups reversed. No more confusion. Releasing a long-standing burden. Releasing, yeah, release. I love that. So Ten of Wands reversed, the release card, and no more confusion. Coming out of illusion, you're making a choice. You're all done procrastinating. The veil of illusion will be shattered, and this will be a conscious release for sure, without a doubt, because you can't keep putting in all of this work when you're not getting anything back in return, and you can't keep helping somebody that isn't willing to help themselves, Gemini. So there's going to be a major ending here. Could be dealing with a Scorpio that will lead to a new beginning. So you're releasing a very toxic masculine energy that really has been holding you back, because I do think you've been going through a spiritual transformation, and this has led to all kinds of fear, stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, unfounded worry about the future. It's created this chronic indecision when it comes to making a decision, because I think you're afraid to go into the hurt, and it will hurt. All endings hurt, Gemini, but I feel you're being asked to heal, to let go of this, and to step into personal growth, because there's no balance. They're not giving you what it is that you deserve. There's a lack of reciprocity. There's a lack of balance. And I think it's kind of time to embrace some deep inner child healing. This was an old belief pattern. So I feel you're this fire, water energy, and you're like getting all steamed up here when it comes to a new direction. And so let's take a look at this Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. So there's going to be some blocks. There's going to be some challenges, and I feel this could maybe be financial ruin for one or both of you, but it will lead to a fresh start. You got to get your foot stuck out of the wheel. Change is trying to come in, but I feel you're worried about money. Fears around money, maybe, when it comes to breaking free. And I think maybe you're going towards self-employment of some sort, a creative endeavor of some sort. And it will require traveling or relocating, because you're getting ready to give birth. You're getting ready to give birth to a whole new reality, to give birth to your dreams. And I do think it's time to take action. It's time to release a situation if you want that abundance and that prosperity. And maybe you're going to have to be single for a while. Yeah, I think you're going to have to be single for a while. I think, you need to know your worth. You need to know your value. You need to go through a period of solitude, is what I'm feeling. And it's going to take some clear communication. There's going to be some harsh truth spoken that will return you to a state of balance. Because wherever you're at right now, it's not right. It's not balanced. You're not getting what it is that you deserve. You've been grieving, sulking, and it's kind of time to step into healing. There is an unexpected choice in love. So let's take a look at this Lovers and this renewal, because this could be somebody from the past returning. So I think admitting defeat, for sure, releasing the fears, releasing the worries, and taking a leap of faith towards a fresh start. And maybe you don't know what's on the other side of this ending, but you're walking away. You're making that final judgment call, and you're pushing your fears aside, because there's no victory here where you're at. There is a need to move on, and there is a need to trust yourself and to take that leap of faith, to go after what it is that, your heart desires. What have you been dreaming about? Because it's time to change your priorities. It's time to leave a home life behind, because you can't stay in this chronic indecision, all because you're afraid to go into the hurt of an ending. So it is going to be great sadness, and you will heal with time, but there is a need to let go of this situation. You can't keep being there for those in need. You have to start being there for yourself, and you have to break free. A spiritual quest. So Gemini. Let's see what other messages Spirit has in store for you. What else does Gemini need to be aware of for the month of July? Your spiritual path is being illuminated. So I think you're breaking free from somebody that's trying to tempt you to lower your standards. And I think whatever illumination is coming forward, you're not going to be able to unsee it. And it is going to get you moving forward. So perspective, I think get ready to shift your perspective. I think looking at things through all different kinds of lenses in order to be able to get your point across. And you're going to have to be brave. You can do this because there is destined change coming. The wheel is fated, destined change. And I think you've been feeling this coming. And so I think you've been overthinking. I think it's very unhealthy to play into these obsessive thought patterns, Gemini. This relationship is not going to last. It was never meant to last. And the universe is trying to tell you it was never supposed to last. And so there's going to be some destined change coming. And you've been feeling it. I think you've been feeling it. So you are definitely going to want to be responsible with your resources at this time. Because I think maybe you're struggling financially. You know damn well that this situation is unhealthy. And it's made you really lost who you are. So it's time to return to yourself, Gemini. It's time to nurture yourself, to mother yourself. Give yourself that room to breathe, to heal, and to evolve, because you're learning a valuable life lesson. And I think you're working through some very difficult karma. And it's time for you to acknowledge this needs to end in order for you to step into your true healing journey. So I think it's time for you to speak up. How you feel matters. Your opinion matters. It's time to speak up. It's time to be heard. Get ready for an epiphany to break you free from this chronic indecision, because there is a need to bring balance back into your life. And that's what I got, Gemini. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin soul reading with me, Gemini, I encourage you to check out that description box below. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.